So anyway, this is Rick Taylor, and he's one of our, he's a alumnus from the original Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And again, Beth's Tuesday original thing was, to have 3 songwriters and have it be, do something scary. And we tried to just open up and get a good audience that was interested in hearing new material. And eventually it really did become a great place to play, I think.
Oh, wonderful, yeah.
So people came from far and wide, and mostly wide. And
I came from far.
and anyway, so he's one of our favorites. He's from those days, and he's an interesting fellow. I believe you're a canoe instructor.
I was, yeah, until it sort of disappeared now. Everybody kayaks, they deserted me, and so.
But this was
used to be all over the country. I used to teach. Yeah.
But that was an Olympic event.
Yeah, it's an Olympic. I just watched it. Oh, I'm gonna brag. About 20 years ago, I invented a bent shaft canoe paddle, where the blade came off the shaft like that, and just got laughed out of the Olympic Committee. And this year in the Olympics, if you look, everybody's paddling with a bent shaft paddle. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And did they pay you for it?
No.
Did they give you a trophy?
They just laughed me. No, they just laughed
that's
me
just
out
how
of
it
the
goes.
thing. And yeah, just like music, it was exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Again, I turned out to be right, so that counts for something.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
I admire you even more now.
Thank you.
But anyway, so tell me about songwriting. I mean, you have your own quirky thing that I don't have to tell people about it because they're going to see it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think you're one of those guys that's like songwriting is a critical part of your life.
Amen. Absolutely. Yeah. I sort of can't not do it. And that's why I'm still doing it after 55 years of failure. So
Yeah.
it's a great way of expressing yourself, and I'm happy all the time. And I think that's the reason why.
Really is.
Almost anything that bothers me, I get it out in the song, and then you can sort of just put it over there. And, it's not in your life anymore. So
It's not like a digestive thing where you digest it and put it over there and then you eat more and then you have to get rid of it.
No, not at all. Don't suggest that to me. I don't want to go there.
Okay. Well, again, I was telling you earlier, you had a song, and I don't know if you're going to do it tonight.
I am going to try and go in the back room while Jim is playing.
Okay, and remember it? Yeah. Because he had a song that he wrote about, I think it was to a girl who had graduated from...
Good for you, sweet Jesus, yeah.
High school? Or
God bless him. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
But there was a line in it that it's one of those things, telling someone what they're going to need to know as they go out into the real world. And one of the things he said was, there's going to be blood on your decisions. And that was, that just stuck. Beth and I, that's a phrase that, it's like when you really make a decision and you make a commitment to something, there's going to be blood on it. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
There's going to be, damage. And, in order to make those decisions that are going to be the important ones in your life, to have the nerve to do it, you have to know it's going to hurt in some kind of way.
Absolutely. No, that's true. That was, she was a wonderful person, a high school kid. And I'll explain it a little later, I guess, but she asked me to her graduation party, which was just hysterical to me. It was so sweet, because I'm like 35 years older than everybody else in the room, And so I said, well, as a gesture of high school, I'm going to write you a song. She asked me Tuesday, and I said, Saturday, I'll have a song for you. And so I wrote it, and it was just, she's just a sweetie. And now she's some clinical ophthalmologist or something. It's really cool.
Wow.
She wanted to be an Undertaker. I'm like, what? What's the matter with you? You're just vibrant young thing, What do you want to be? I want to be an Undertaker. It's like, okay.
Well, I'm speechless. I never even thought of anybody wanting to do that. And I don't mean to denigrate anybody that does want to.
No. I mean, she was just hell-bent on And she does something sort of like that now in the general area. God bless her.
Like bodies.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, did everybody get a wine or everybody's good? Yes. A question. That's a good idea.
Wow.
Question.
Okay.
Back to canoeing.
Yes.
Canoe Association, U.S. Canoe Association, or British Canoe Association?
Well, I was ACA. My instructor ran it for a while. And he lived up in Kernville, which is one of the 10 best rivers in the country for whitewater pirating. He ran the 72 Olympics. And so he's the guy who sort of trained me. I sort of went up because being a musician, you have time, you know. So I would drive up there, and he has a little run in the park he invented for the Olympic team to practice on in Kernville, which is right outside of Bakersfield. And so I would go up there, and he'd just stand on. He was a real, what we call a DI in the trade, a drill instructor. You know, damn it, you used that. What's the matter with you? I told you to do that. You know, so you just had to swallow, talk about blood on your decisions, you know. But yeah, it was really wonderful. And so I'm an ACA. For a while, again, it's sort of just disappeared. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody wants to kayak, to the degree that they stopped making whitewater boats. The companies don't make whitewater boats anymore. Yeah, you can buy a flatwater boat, or you can go to a specialty company, you know, and pay an immense amount of money for it. But I used to teach all over the East Coast. It was just crazy. 3 months a year, I'd teach whitewater canoeing, and now there's nothing. You can't find anybody to do it. It's just disappeared. Yeah, and then I used to sell films to film schools. I went to film school and won a Telluride Film Festival, the student competition, and I used to sell film. Editing film, you know, to film students, and they don't use film anymore. They use digital, and so you can't, you know, my two main, you know, occupations just disappeared. So
Do you feel like you're being pushed out of the
I
planet?
am. So tip large. Is I guess is what I'm asking. Yes.
Well, if there are any more questions about either canoeing or undertaking?
Right.
No.